everyone, long time no see. Now, what would you think if I told you that diseases were transmitted through a poisonous gas floating in the air? You'd probably think I was nuts. And don't worry, diseases are not transmitted by some poisonous gas in the air. But that was exactly what people believed before the 1840s. Yes, crazy, right? The people back then called it the miasma theory, and even the greatest experts in the time strongly believed in it. Now, as you can probably guess, this belief caused some issues. As cholera hit Britain the first time, no one suspected that the diarrhea and vomit flowing into water sources was the issue. But as cholera somehow stopped, this issue was put aside. Now, the false idea was proved wrong by a doctor named John Snow. First, some basic information. John Snow was born in York to a coal worker. From a young age, he was a rapid learner, and a smart one. He managed to complete schooling for a general practitioner, an apothecary, a bachelor's, a doctorate in medicine, and qualified to join the Royal College of Surgeons, all in 1 year. He started experimenting with anesthesia, being the first to experiment with different doses of chloroform, until cholera hit in Britain once again. And yes, again, people thought that cholera was transmitted through miasma. Working as an apprentice for a doctor, he realized that people with cholera would recover for a short amount of time with water. The patients he surveyed also reported pain in the stomach instead of the lungs. This led him to suspect that cholera was spread through water and food instead of miasma. So he did a small-scale experiment. He found a street that had dirty wastewater flowing towards the well, and on the other side of the street, having dirty wastewater flowing away from the well. And on the first side of the street, most of the people contracted cholera and died. But on the other side, where wastewater was flowing away from the well, only a few people contracted cholera. He presented this evidence to officials, but no one believed in him. He knew that he needed more to be able to convince government officials. This time, he asked for the records of deaths from the government. He mapped them out and found out that most deaths were closest to the Broad Street pump. The few that were closer to others would pass by each day and drink from the Broad Street water pump. Strangely, a workhouse near the water pump, housing hundreds of people, only had a few deaths. He went to the workhouse and found out that the workhouse had their own water supply. This was it. As he presented this evidence to officials, they agreed to remove the handle from the pump, and a few days later, cholera completely subsided from the area. All of this led to the founding of epidemiology and the later proving of the germ theory instead of the miasma theory. But who knows? Maybe our descendants will be laughing at how ridiculous the germ theory is in the future. So stay skeptical about things. As any scientist will tell you, a theory is just a scientific guess. At any time, it may be disproved. That is all, and thank you for listening. See you next time. Bye.